Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. You guys voted on the last What Makes a Duel special video, and you picked a really good duel. One of my favorites from the GX anime, and that is Johan/Yubel versus Kaiser. I know Johan was being controlled by Yubel, so I may refer to Kaiser's opponent here as Johan and Yubel interchangeably. And without further ado, let's just jump into why this duel is so freaking good. I hope you all enjoy. We have to briefly talk about what was going on prior to this duel starting. Yubel was wreaking havoc on Judai and Duel Academy throughout Season 3, and had taken complete control of Johan, which caused our crew to follow them into a different dimension. The combo of Yubel and Johan was certainly a formidable challenge, as they took down and ultimately killed Amon and his new Exodia powers just before meeting up with our main crew. Meanwhile, Ryo Marufuji was not doing well. He kept grabbing his chest throughout the latter parts of the season, indicating that his time being alive was coming to an end. With the Kaiser's deteriorating health, he took on Judai in an attempt to show Judai what it will take in order to defeat Johan, despite the fact that the concern of imminent death for the loser was very apparent. Judai's dueling PTSD prevented him from dueling properly in order to win the duel, which meant Kaiser had the duel completely won. However, he was unable to attack directly with Cyber End Dragon due to his health issues, which caused a no result. One of those classic cases of neither duelist being able to win due to some outside reason, one for trauma and the other for health. Well, these elements both played a core part in the next important duel, which would be Kaiser versus Johan. And little did we know, we would be in for an absolute classic. Nobody doubted the abilities of Johan and Kaiser, and with Yubel controlling Johan, we had a legitimate reason to see these two powerhouses square off with major stakes on the line. Kaiser himself even stated that Johan and Judai are the only two duelists that can give him a feeling of excitement, and with him looking directly into death's door, it makes sense that he would have no hesitations going into this fight. He takes on Johan, knowing death is near for him, regardless of the result. Kronos is originally the only witness to this, as he has to watch on while his most prized student duels possibly for his final time. Judai, Sho, and the others catch wind of a duel going on, and they run over to see what exactly is happening. They catch up during Kaiser's first turn, and now Kaiser's protege and little brother have to watch from the sidelines as well, helpless to stop the battle that's already begun. Kaiser strikes first, but is unable to deal any damage due to the field spell that Johan has in play. Remember, Johan is playing advanced Crystal Beasts in this duel, an added benefit to the power that they unwillingly gained from Yubel. One of the more damning parts happens early in this duel. On Johan's second turn, he attacks directly with Amethyst Cat, dealing the Kaiser a measly 600 life points. Now, one of my favorite things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when a duelist takes a massive life point loss and gets flung back and is brutally affected. I think it adds so much drama to when life points are seemingly connected with the duelist's life and well-being. The more damage you take, the more affected your physical body is by it. But this one was unsettling. 600 life points is almost never enough to cause a duelist extreme discomfort, but even this little amount of damage causes Kaiser's heart to legitimately stop. The pain that he is in is kind of difficult to watch, and any hope we as a viewer has that Kaiser is going to make it out of this duel alive slowly begins to fade. All of his friends and his brother have to watch with the same hopelessness that the viewer feels. Judai begs Johan to stop the duel in order to potentially save Kaiser, but Yubel is the one in charge, and Yubel is very much enjoying the stakes of this one. Any opportunity to make Judai anguish and sorrow is a huge plus for Yubel, and they are basically forcing Judai and the others to watch as they systematically pick apart Ryo Marufuji. It just adds, again, a really helpless feeling that you have while watching. It's a very similar feeling to the Aporia Jack duel, which we covered a few episodes ago. You want to help, you want the other characters to get involved, but they helplessly can't do anything. However, don't feel too bad for Kaiser. Kaiser exclaims that he is loving this moment and would be pissed if Judai took it away from him. Remember, Kaiser knows death is coming regardless of this duel, and he is determined to go out on his own terms. The duel resumes with Kaiser fusion summoning Cyber Twin Dragon through an incredible combo and an insane attack barrage thanks to the likes of Defusion. Kaiser is seemingly about to do it. He finally deals 2100 points of damage to the impenetrable Johann and preps for the final blow. The music is triumphant. The voice acting and yelling on the part of Kaiser is insane. He's actually going to do it. Everyone watches in bewilderment as the episode comes to an end. What a crazy good place to end the episode. We resume the duel and see that Johann's trap, Rainbow Path, has saved him, much to Kaiser's amusement. On the very next turn, Johann summons Rainbow Dark Dragon, the ace monster of his deck, infused with the power of Yubel. Johann deals 3,200 points of damage, reducing Kaiser's life points to 200, and now he is really feeling it. We saw the discomfort and pain he was in from 600 points of damage. Well, this was more than 5 times that amount of damage. After a couple of turns and failed attempts to finish the other duelists off, it becomes apparent to Judai and the others that Kaiser has no intention of just dying here for nothing. He is fully intending on defeating and saving Johann from Yubel. Kaiser knows and confirms his life is about to be over, but he also realizes that his life had more meaning than just winning. Remember, Ryo went through a major character change from Season 1 to Season 2 when he partook in the underground dueling ring. He felt only winning would bring him any sort of enjoyment, and now Kaiser finally realizes it's not about winning or losing, but more so about enjoying the moment that you're in. It's honestly a really great speech that circles off his character progression in a really strong way. Kaiser then seemingly wins with the effects of Chimera Tech Fortress, but sadly Johann sent a card from his hand to activate Rainbow Life, which for the second time this duel saves his ass. And so instead of taking damage like we thought, Johann was actually gaining life and regained life points all the way back up to 3,500. It's over. Kaiser's chances of victory are seemingly gone. However, he activates his face down card during Johann's turn, which ultimately allows him to survive. On his very next turn, he draws his most iconic card, a card that resonates with so many of us, Power Bond. We see awesome flashbacks to previous duels that Kaiser partook in, almost as if his life is flashing before his eyes, reliving the best days and moments that he can remember before his time is gone, which is such a realistic and human-like thing to do. Kaiser calls his final attack in an effort to destroy Yubel. However, it's all for naught, as Johann activates Rainbow Dark Dragon's effect, which allows its attack points to be greater than Cyber End Dragon's. The sad music kicks in as the hopes of Kaiser's win have truly faded. But then, something incredible happens. In defiance, Kaiser activates Cybernetic Zone to banish his Cyber End Dragon before collapsing to his knees. As everyone looks on with disbelief, another Cyber End Dragon rises from the ground, this one with 16,000 attack points. The final turn of Kaiser is summoning this behemoth using his beloved Power Bond card, which is the card that ultimately ends his life and the duel. He goes out on his own terms in the most beautifully tragic way possible. Kaiser then disappears and says farewell to all the other characters in what is one of the saddest death scenes from the entire GX anime. His final words go to Judai, who now understands he has to shine brighter than Kaiser did in order to potentially save everyone and stop Yubel. The message Kaiser was not able to get through to Judai when they previously dueled has finally been conveyed, and Kaiser leaves us with a smile on his face. Between the sadness of the death, the back and forth nature of the duel, and Kaiser coming full circle as a character, episode 148 has always been one of my favorites of not just GX, but Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole. Kaiser versus Johann/Yubel is truly nothing short of a masterpiece. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed another one of my What Made a Duel special. I really have been enjoying this series where we take a deep dive and a deep analysis into some of the best duels in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Let me know what duels you would like to see me do down below, and let me know your overall thoughts on this duel. If it's one of your favorites in GX, what made you love it? Maybe you don't love it as much as me. If you don't, let me know down below. Would love to hear from all of you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.